This episode contains violence. I am in mortal peril. Use your discretion, for I know you love me and might faint to consider a mallet raised to crush my sweet aquiline nose. From 1603 and Tudor Time Machine, this is episode 6 of Out Brief Candle, an investigation into a murder at William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. I'm Jessica.
I'm Gage, and we are Tudor Time Machine. Subscribe to our Tudor Time Machine channel on YouTube or listen on your favorite podcast streaming site. We are everywhere.
Philadelphia is investigating this horrible murder, and Gage and I are helping her put the pieces together, and there are a lot of suspects. But to begin at the beginning, it's 1603, and King James I has promised to patron one of the London theatre companies.
And there were so many. The Lord Chamberlain's men, Oxford's men, the Earl of Leicester's men, and they each thought that they were the most brilliant acting troupe, and they deserved to win. The competition is fierce.
Because the king's patronage would mean huge prestige and cash. But did someone really commit murder to win? That's what Philadelphia is trying to discover.
Philadelphia was sporting with her lover, superstar Richard Burbage, when actor Robert Pavey was murdered. Philadelphia and her maid Jane tried to escape the theater and run back to court, but they were thwarted by a plague in the city. The theater was shut, and none of the actors were allowed to leave.
Everyone in London is under quarantine, and that means Philadelphia and Jane are trapped at the Globe with a murderer on the loose.
Here's Philadelphia, our Tudor time traveler. Are you safe?
I am risking life and limb. I have donned the costume of a constable.
So has Jane.
Yes, but it is I who am courting danger. Philadelphia, were you able to travel back in time to track down the singer Titania?
Did she verify William Shakespeare's alibi? I'm going on the record saying William Shakespeare is not a murderer.
My dear simpleton, we have been through this 1,000 times. Shakespeare did not want Robert Pavey to star in his new comedy Twelfth Night because the boy had grown old and scruffy. His age was indeed 16, too old for the female lead, Olivia. He and Shakespeare fought over the role. They even came to blows.
We have not been through this 1,000 times, and I just don't think however much he wanted to win the king's favor, Shakespeare would murder an actor. That is crazy.
What is crazy is that you insist on Shakespeare's innocence, though you have no evidence of it.
Well, you have no evidence that your top suspect, Winifred Burbage, Richard's wife, is guilty. I think you went to all the trouble of dredging up a constable's outfit and passing yourself off as a man of the law so that you could frame her.
Ridiculous. Heresy.
Truth.
Okay. There are a number of suspects, not just Shakespeare and Winifred Burbage. But right now, Philadelphia, why don't you continue with your story? Indeed. I used my time machine. I zipped through the dark heavens. I was very hot and then very cold. And I tell you, I wondered how the trip might end. Would I be able to relive exactly the right moment in time? Change my own actions? Follow Master Condell instead of letting him get away? And would he lead me to the singer Titania? I worried my time traveling back to my own past was a sin, and I would burn in hell. The machine came to rest. I did not know where or when I might be. I made to hide myself behind a great bush and looked about. I was at Somerset House.
Somerset House? The massive complex in the middle of London? It's famous.
Famous. I think Gage is referring to the Somerset House built in the 18th century. It's probably a tad larger than the one you grew up in, Philadelphia. Listen to me. I was hiding. bee was buzzing about my ear. I was afraid a sting might cause me to shout, but I did forbear. A maid did walk near me, and I made to follow her, and she led me to a remarkable sight.
What was it?
My own birth. Oh, hallelujah! The sun shone its beams on newly opened eyes, the eyes of moi. What a remarkable moment for the world, for the heavens, my birth! Oh, how charmingly I cooed. My mother quite destroyed the glow with her sweat and mussed hair, and blood like the harrowing of hell. I tell true, one could see her toes sticking out from beneath the coverlet, and they were not completely clean. The woman had been brought to bed at least a dozen times by the time I was born. Could she not have learned a little grace?
Philadelphia, you want her to look all daisy fresh when she just had a baby?
I myself was draped in a cloth with pearls.
I don't want to hear this. Your mother survived childbirth, which was 50-50 in the Tudor period. Her life is the most important thing.
I beg to differ. Better dead than disheveled.
With that kind of attitude, you are going to hell.
Okay, did you learn anything, Philadelphia? I learned I was as perfect a babe as has been born. Oh, save, of course, the Virgin Mary's sacred son, Jesus. I wanted to look on myself as a little one forever. Yet I knew I must foray again into the stream of time. I had the brilliant thought, why dither and dabber? Why not solve the murder by returning to the moment of Pavy's death? Did it work?
Who is the murderer? Not Shakespeare, right?
My attempt was a failure. The gods do wish my labor to be arduous. Like Perseus, I must use cunning to slay Medusa. I found I do not have the power to direct the time machine to a past other than my own. Alas, I can only travel back to where I myself once was.
You can only go to your own past, to your birth, for instance.
Exactly. And pauvre moi, my future travel seems to land me only here with you two.
Oh, that is unfortunate.
We are thrilled to have you, Philadelphia. Avaunt. Spinning through the black unknown, then with a pop, I found myself once again in the hall of my childhood home. But now I was no longer a babe. No, all was somber. I was a young woman, my head bowed, the wispy curls of my hairline danced upon my brow. My beautiful features showed a depth of sadness. Ah, the sobs of my brothers and sisters came to my ear, all circled a bed. I approached, and there a figure lay, a raspy breath convulsing his chest.
It's very A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens is a low name. Has the fellow a title? Sir, or Baron, perhaps?
Never mind.
Very well. I must collect myself. Indeed, I was at the deathbed of my Lord Father, Sir Henry Carey, 1st Baron Hunsdon, thought to be a son of Henry VIII himself. Oh, my pater was a most excellent fellow. He was worth such coin, and had huge estates, the manors of Hunsdon and Eastwick in Hertfordshire, as well as possessions in Kent. Oh, and so much more.
Don't get all sentimental listing his holdings.
But his holdings were the most excellent thing about him. Philadelphia, was his death as you remembered it? I remember all, and I did not relish to be there again. To hear his rasping breath, oh, it was a great unhappiness. At first I worried I would be seen. I stood quiet. I dared not stir, and not one eye turned my way. I believed all too busy with tears to notice me. I coughed a little kitty cough. But no one made a gesture. I moved to the foot of the bed to see my father, propped among the pillows like a hero of old. And I did brush against my sister Catherine, which was easy to do. She was quite wide and hefty, like a spreading hillock. Oh, may she rest in peace.
Philadelphia.
When Catherine did do nothing, I was miffed and waved my hand before her nose. To my aged father I called, "Hello, oh father!" And since all of this came to nothing, I determined I was not visible to them. I was but a witness to my past. It was strange and dreamlike. I cannot tell a lie. I began to dance La Volta. I know not why. While your father lay dying? Do not judge me.
She's not, but it is a bit strange.
Had these kin not instructed me how to walk, how to talk, how to be? And I was there before them, and they could not see me.
Oh, they couldn't tell you what to do.
Nay, they could not. I could not but dance. Yet then, in the middle of a leap, a servant appeared, and taking no notice that her lord was knocking on the pearly gates, said very loudly, "Mistress Amelia Bassano." The room fell silent and turned. Father was croaking. I did not remember how he croaked. He said, "I would see the baby. Oh, the baby." And Amelia Bassano came in, a bastard girl in her arms. My sister Margaret covered her nose with a cloth. I watched myself rise up from my seat and walk to the far edge of the room. I remembered how I had sought refuge from the intrusion of my father's mistress, the Italian chit, Amelia Bassano.
Amelia Bassano. I know that name.
Amelia Bassano has been called the Dark Lady of Shakespeare's sonnets, but honestly, there's kind of patchy evidence for that. What we do know about Amelia Bassano is that she was born into a super musical family from Venice, many of whom served as court musicians for the Tudors. And Amelia was one of the first women in England to publish a book of poetry under her own name.
So, Philadelphia, just to be absolutely clear, this baby was your father's child with Amelia Bassano. The baby is your sister.
A half-sister bastard? And my foolish, lovesick Lord Father cooed over the babe and made us promise we would take care and let no harm come to her.
And you feel that was unfair?
'Tis unfair. Why should he cast his mind to this half-mongrel, while his true, legitimate children were gathered about him? He did beg us, "She is your blood too." But is she? For Burgundy and claret is not the same as Burgundy and sludge.
You're unbelievable.
We assented. "Oh, Lord Father, we shall care for her." I tell you true, as his eye did close, and Amelia did slink away. My brother Robert asked which of us would take charge of the babe. We all found cause to be excused, for did we not have our own charges and concerns?
So in the end, none of you, 13 siblings, could help this poor baby?
Not so. My brother George did say that my father surely meant not that the child should have a portion of inheritance, nor need we take her into our own homes, that as she had the blood of the musical Bassano family, no doubt her voice would be that of a lark, and she should sing for the theatre.
And your brother George is the patron of the Lord Chamberlain's men.
And the singer Titania has been with the company for years.
Titania, Shakespeare's lover, is your half-sister.
Say not so. How I am besmirched with low-born kin. But 'tis true, I see it now.
Why besmirched? I don't think Titania's birth has anything to do with you. You don't have the musical talent of the Bassanos.
You have never heard me play the virginals. I am a virtuosa. Besides, what is the musical ability of the low-born Bassanos against blood? The blood of queens. Queen Anne Boleyn was my great-aunt, Henry VIII might well be my grandfather. Assanos, servile players of tuneless tunes.
Philadelphia, if Titania is your half-sister, she has that royal blood too. She has the same blood as you, whether you like it or not.
It is not. It is not. I have told you it is mixed with sludge. Her blood is debased. Arguing won't solve this murder. Philadelphia, Titania is your half-sister. That is a remarkable revelation.
It is. All right. Did you try again, Philadelphia? Were you able to place yourself in the moment of time you wanted?
I did try again. I was determined to be victorious, so I readied the time machine. This time it took me to the moment I desired to relive. Condell was running off to find Titania, but I was stuck, dear ladies. And a waking dream passed over me. I saw myself, but I could not follow Condell.
What do you mean?
That is the moment I learned I am not free to change the past. I can only relive it as it was.
You can only relive what you personally experienced.
So it would seem. But what good is the time machine if it only brings me to you?
It's amazing to have a time machine at all.
I was certain I would solve the murder this very day. I have failed as Master Constable Blatt.
You will solve it.
Setbacks are normal, Philadelphia. Hark! Do I hear my nom de plume? A mortal creature bellows for Master Constable Blatt. Oh, they cannot do without me, I hear it. They demand I come to aid them.
Who is it?
I must away. I hear, I come. Constable Blatt cometh.
Outbrief Candle is a production of 1603 and Tudor Time Machine. And many thanks to barber surgeon Master Mark. You look fantastic in the Outbrief Candle swag. The link is on the YouTube channel. You'll be Tudorific in the t-shirts, and thank you for joining us.